अपनी पहचान मिली, आत्मा का ज्ञान मिला। अपनी पहचान मिली, आत्मा का ज्ञान मिला। पिंजरे के पंछी को खुला आसमान मिला। पिंजरे के पंछी को खुला आसमान मिला, खुला आसमान मिला। बेहद गगन में नजर अब हमारी, बेहद गगन में नजर अब हमारी। आपके आभारी, हम आपके आभारी। खुशियों से भर दे जिंदगी हमारी। नजर से निहाल करके नैनों का नूर किया। नजर से निहाल करके नैनों का नूर किया। पलकों पे बिठा करके हर गम से दूर किया। पलकों पे बिठा करके हर गम से दूर किया, हर गम से दूर किया। आपने संवार दी सृष्टि सारी, आपने संवार दी सृष्टि सारी। आपके आभारी, हम आपके आभारी। खुशियों से भर दे जिंदगी हमारी, खुशियों से भर दे जिंदगी हमारी। आपकी बलिहारी प्रभु, आपकी बलिहारी। आश पूरी कर दी आपने हमारी, आश पूरी कर दी आपने हमारी। आपके आभार।
Om Shanti. Today we have Vimish Bhai who shall be conducting the Avyakt Murli. Over to you, Vimish Bhai.
Om Shanti. Ami Ben, आवाज clear है?
Yes, it's clear.
Okay, so Om Shanti everyone, and what a wonderful song Ami Ben has played today. And I can connect the song to today's Murli. Baba saying, आपकी झोली भर दी है, खुशियों से आपकी झोली भर दी है, और आपकी हर आशा पूरी कर दी है. That's such a beautiful fulfillment filled expression that we may have, an experience that we may have. So on that note, we shall start today's Murli. The title of today's Murli is To Be a Jewel of Contentment and Put a Dot to All Questions. The date of the Murli is 17th March 91. Okay, Amiben, I'm waiting for you to screen so I can start. Yes. So today, Bab Dada is seeing his jewels of contentment. That is, Baba seeing all of us from all four directions. The confluence age is the age for remaining content and making others content. Contentment is the speciality of the Brahmin life. Santrishtita, that is a speciality of Brahmin life. And contentment is the greatest treasure of all. Contentment is the personality of purity of Brahman life. If any characteristic that can define who a Brahman is, then it's contentment. With this personality, you easily become a special soul. If there isn't the personality of contentment, then you cannot be called a special soul. Nowadays, two types of personality are praised. One is the bodily personality, and the other is the personality of position. The personality of contentment is visible in the expression of a Brahman soul who has the greatness of contentment in his Brahman life. The only the personality of the position of his elevated stage is visible. So as you walk, as you talk, as you interact with people, all of this is reflected in your personality. The basis of contentment is to be complete with all the attainments that have been claimed from Baba. That is to say, the soul is overflowing. All that Baba is given us with, to say not only that our soul is fulfilled, it is overflowing. भरपूर नहीं है, पूरा भर के छलक रहा है. Any lack of attainment is the reason for discontentment. Anywhere that Maya is pulling you, that is a reason for discontentment. All attainments bring about contentment. Therefore, what is it that Bap Dada gave all you Brahmin children as soon as you took Brahmin birth? The first thing that Baba gave us was full inheritance. Or is it that he gave less to some and more to others? Do you think is this what he has done? He's not done that. Bap Dada always says to all the children, remember Baba and the inheritance. Baba or Varsa. The inheritance is all the attainments. Sarva Praptiya. All the powers are included in this. All the virtues are included. And also, all the Gyan is also included. So all the powers, all the virtues, and the complete knowledge. That's what completes the circle. It isn't just knowledge, but it is complete knowledge. It isn't just the powers and the virtues, but it is all the powers and all the virtues. The inheritance is everything. That is, it is complete. There is nothing lacking. Every Brahmin child receives the full inheritance. You don't receive half the inheritance. It isn't that out of all the virtues, you receive two virtues and someone else receives another two virtues. The full inheritance means it is complete and it is perfect. And since each one receives the full inheritance, what would be there where there are all attainments? There would be contentment. If you've got everything, then the only thing that you can say that I've got is now I'm content. So Bap Dada was seeing the personality of contentment of all the Brahmins and was seeing to what extent each one has developed this personality. There is no name or trace of discontentment in Brahmin life. It doesn't exist. This is known as experiencing the pleasure of Brahmin life through this personality. This is the life of pleasure. This is the life of enjoyment. The meaning of tapasya is that the personality of contentment should be visible in your eyes, in your face, in your expression, and your activity, such that anyone who sees you or interacts with you comes to know there is something different about you. Baba was creating the rosary of such jewels of contentment. How long must the rosary have been? Would it have been a long one or a short one? A jewel of contentment means a jewel without any flaw. You look at, if you, in the Lokik life, if you go to buy a diamond, then how you check the diamond is by checking whether it is spotless or not. The sign of contentment is that a contented soul will experience the self to be satisfied, and others will be satisfied with that soul. How beautifully Baba said this. The sign of contentment is that a contented soul will experience the self, your own self, to be satisfied, and others to be satisfied with that soul. In the stage of being satisfied, the heart is not asking questions. Why, what, who, when, where? All these questions are not asked, not out of curiosity, inquisitiveness, insecurity. These questions will not come. Why did he do this? What happened? Who said that? That will not come. One is a heart that is satisfied, that is prasanna, and the other is a heart that is asking questions, that is prashan. Prashan means questions. Prasannachit or prashnachit. One with a satisfied heart remains satisfied because of being knowledgeful about the drama and does not ask questions. There is no hunger or curiosity to learn just to satisfy the ego. Then you'll be content. Whatever questions arise about the self or others, you yourself get the answer first. Baba's told you before not to ask what or why, but just to put a dot. Change that which is 1 second, the detail, into the essence in the next second. One who is satisfied to such an extent always remains carefree. So check, are there such signs of a jewel of contentment in me? Bap Dada has given the title Jewel of Contentment to everyone. Bap Dada is asking all the jewels of contentment. They're asking you, Baba's asking you, are you content? Acha, are you always content with yourself? That is, with your efforts, with the effort of transformation of your sanskars, in the percentage of your efforts and your stage? Are you content with everything, or do you have any kind of questions? Questions coming out of unsettlement, dissatisfaction, or maybe feeling that you're not good or you're not worthy, any of that. When Baba asked this, a lot of children did not say Hanji. So Baba is asking why? Why don't you say Hanji when the aspect of always comes? Baba has given everything for always, hasn't he? Acha. Second question, are you always content with your mind, words, and actions? That is, in service, which takes place through relationships and connections. Are you always content with your mind, with your words, and your actions? That is, in service, which takes place through relationships and connections, in the way you connect with people, interact with people, the way you respond to people. In all three, not just in one type of service, but are you always content with all three types of service? So, what would you say? Are you checking yourself to the extent if you are this? And the third question Baba is asking, are you always content with yourself and with others when coming into connection and relationship with all souls? Just take a step back right now and think about this. How does it look? Are you always content? First, are you always content with yourself? Or is there upheaval where you are? Or there is unsettlement where you are? Are you stable when it comes to being in relation with people and the way you interact with people, be it in your Lokik family, be it at workplace, be it with anyone around, whether known or unknown? Are you in that experience? Or you're thinking about becoming like that and not experiencing that? Because during the year of Tapasya, this is the fruit of success of Tapasya that you have to attain. There should be contentment with the self, with service, and with others, with everything. You have had yoga for 4 hours, which is very good. You will reach for 8 hours from 4 hours. That is also good. Yoga is the method to achieve the result of yoga. But what is the result of the method? To have yoga is the method. The attainment through yoga is the result. When those 8 hours or 4 hours you continuously practice being content, being contained, being fulfilled, being satisfied, having the experience of that I have got everything that I could ask for. Even what I've not asked, Baba has already given. Just as you have had the aim to have 8 hours yoga, in the same way, keep a clear and elevated aim to achieve the result of these three types of contentment. Some children consider themselves to be content out of their own cleverness. Baba is also pointing out the cleverness of certain children, and that's what he's saying here. Don't be content in this way. One is when your heart accepts, and the other is when your head accepts. You are content with yourself, with your head thinking, what worries do we have? We are carefree. To consider yourself to be content with your head is not contentment. It's not about convincing yourself. It is about experiencing. You have to understand this in an accurate way. The signs of contentment should be experienced by the self. Is your heart always satisfied? Is there that personality? If you go to Madhuban, if you go to any of the centers, it is very easy to have that kind of an experience and expression. But when we step out in the Lokik world where there are challenges, the sanskars and the vrittis of other people are different. In the face of that, are you standing and having that personality? Baba's asking. If you consider yourself to have that personality, but others don't consider you to have that personality, it means you consider yourself to be clever. When you're judging others and putting down others, then you're saying, I'm like that, but they are not like that. So there shouldn't be contentment of this kind, but you have to become a contented soul with accurate experiences. And one of the ways to do that is to relate to other person, not from the bodily connection, but as a soul. Contentment means that the heart and the head will always be in rest. Nothing and no one will take away that state of your mind. They will be they will be in the stage of comfort and happiness. There will not be restlessness. They will be happy and comfortable. Such jewels of contentment always sparkle as the jewels of Baba's forehead. Check yourself. Contentment enables you to receive blessings from Baba and all others. A contented soul will experience himself to be flying on the Viman of the blessings of Baba and all others from time to time. That kind of lightness you shall experience. These blessings are the flying vehicle for that soul. He will constantly experience himself to be flying in a flying vehicle. Look at the time when you have been content. What has been your experience? Your body weight might be the same, but you feel lightness. You feel like you're flying. He will not ask for blessings, but blessings will come to him automatically. To be such a jewel of contentment means to be a tapasvi who is the embodiment of success. It is not success that is temporary. I was not talking about temporary success here. This is eternal and spiritual success. Baba was seeing such jewels of contentment. And let's each one ask to our own selves, who am I? Am I that jewel of contentment? You have very good zeal and enthusiasm for the year of Tapasya. Each of you is doing it according to your capacity and also as enthusiasm for the future. This enthusiasm is also very good. Now, reveal the attainment that is claimed through tapasya in your life and in relationships and in connection with all others. You experience this in yourself, but don't just keep your experiences in your mind and intellect. Bring them into your activity and onto your face, into everything that you do. Bring them into your relationships and connections. After they are first revealed within yourself, they will then be revealed in your relationships. After that, they will be revealed on the stage of the world. Then the drums of revelation will beat. As your memorial in the scriptures, they say that Shankar opened his third eye and destruction took place. Shankar means the bodiless stage, the tapasvi form. This means to make the snake of vices a garland around your neck and to constantly experience an elevated stage and be seated on an elevated seat. The third eye means the eye of becoming perfect, the eye of becoming complete. When you, the tapasvis, are in your complete stage and have the thought of world transformation, this nature will dance the dance of complete upheaval. It will dance the dance of creating calamities. You will be unshakable and it will create upheaval. Why is that? Who will clean up the whole world? Who will clean up the whole world? Can human souls do this? So, the upheaval of this air, this earth, and the water of the ocean will clean everything. You have to create such a complete stage with the Tapasya. Nature will accept your order through your thoughts when first your constantly cooperative senses, that is your mind, intellect, and your sanskars along with, accept your order. Nature will accept your order through your thoughts when first your constantly cooperative senses, the mind, the intellect, and sanskars accept your order. If your constant cooperatives do not accept your order, how will nature accept your order? So first, it starts with your own self. There should be such an elevated stage of powerful tapasya that everyone should have the same thought at the same time. Only then there will be transformation. When you have a thought in 1 second, nature should be present. At the moment, Brahmin souls of the world have world peace yoga at the same time. Everyone at the same time has one thought of remembrance. In this way, with everyone's thoughts, nature will start the dance of upheaval. This is why you say that there will be world transformation through self-transformation. Swaparivartan se Vishwa Parivartan. How will this old world be transformed and become new? It will become that through the powerful thoughts of all of you, of all of us. Everyone will have the same thought collectively. So Baba is asking, do you understand what you have to do? And who are you? That you are jewels of contentment. Now this is the double foreigners' turn. So Baba is addressing it to double foreigners. They have gone fast in their last turn. Bab Dada always remains pleased seeing the double foreigners. This does not mean that Baba is not pleased seeing the Bharatvasis. At the moment, it is the turn of the double foreigners. Baba is always satisfied with Bharat. This is why he has come in Bharat and made all of you into Bharatvasis. Who are all of you at this moment? Are you foreigners or are you Bharatvasis? No, Baba is saying not only just Bharatvasis, but you are like being Madhubanvasis. Now finish service quickly so that you can become Madhubanvasis. When you quickly finish giving the message to the whole world, you will then come here and you will not be sent away. One-way ticket. By that time, by that time, the place will also be ready. Look, there is a very big land and it is already booked, Baba says. Arrangements will be made there beforehand. And then there will be no difficult for you. There will be no difficulty for you. However, when the time comes, you will have to even sleep on your suitcase. You will not take a bed. That will be a different time altogether. That's what Baba is preparing us for. That time is different, and this time is also different. That is why Baba says, you use things. Don't get used by things. Don't become dependent. Be okay with whatever you get. More than that, be okay with whatever you don't get. Now, the message through service should be the same in your mind, words, and actions. It is then that the speed of service will become fast. Be powerful with your mind, knowledgeful in your words, and loveful in your relationships and connections. That is, in your actions. When all three experiences are given at the same time, service will take place with a fast speed. Powerful with your mind, knowledgeful in your words, and loveful in your relationships, your connections, and your interactions. So Baba is asking and checking, are all the double foreigners staying comfortably? Or was there any difficulty? There was difficulty for those who were living far away. Are those who are staying in the hotels experiencing any difficulty? See how much Baba is taking care. Is it difficult or is it easy? Are you all content with your living accommodation? Are you all right? Are all of you all right with your body? That there isn't queue in the hospital there? Is the mind all right? So as Baba is saying this, we can actually reflect that taking on this kind of a behavior or approach towards the people around us ongoingly. You come from far away. And so Bap Dada is happy seeing the children who have come from far away. Happy. But still, even though you have come from far away, you are all right because you came by plane. Acha. Bap Dada is giving special love and remembrance to those who have come for the first time in this Kalpa. Those who have been before and have come again, Baba asks to raise their hands. But still you have good courage. You go back to collect money for the ticket and come back. This also is a method to have remembrance. People, especially with double foreigners, they go back to where they were staying, they'll earn money, they'll work, they'll collect money, and they'll come back. We have to go, we have to go. Where do you have to go? When you come here, you think that you have to go to the foreign lands. But as soon as you leave, you think about coming back here. When you have arrived here, you think about going back. Now inspire the intellect of the government of Rajasthan so that they make all arrangements for you. The time will come when that government will think that these Brahmin souls are the beauty of Abu. Acha, to all the great contented souls in all four directions, to the elevated souls who constantly have a satisfied heart, those who remain carefree, to the souls who are servers, who do service with a fast speed with all three types of service at the same time, to those tapasvi souls who are seated on the seat of an elevated stage. Bapdadas giving love, remembrance, and namaste. And from us Brahmin children, love, remembrance, and namaste to our dear, dear father, to Bapdada. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you, Vimeshbhai. Let's spend few moments in the silence and then we can reflect on the points of the Murli. It's time to unmute ourselves and let's reflect on the points of the Murli.
Om Shanti. Very great Murli today. And thankful to Baba. And I will share the anubhav I have as. And recently, day before yesterday, I came from Gyan Sarovar. And Madhuvan, you know the experience and feeling. that I got. And today's Murli, that Baba said, that experience and the Loki experience has to be matched. And with the 8 years, with 8 hours in yoga, you remain, then you become a Shankar, and the distraction will going to place. That I like very much. And that constant feeling and anubhav we have to share to all of them, all of our relatives, our friends, or our colleagues. And that is a fantastic. Prashna chit nahi, prasanna chit. That I like very much. Om Shanti. Thank you.
Om Shanti. Bhaiji's intoxication and happiness, cheerfulness, as if he's feeling on the top of the world. The level of satisfaction is just emanating from him. So hearty congrats for making him sit in 8 hours of Tapasya and becoming Shankar and volcanic impact, melting away all the bitterness. So very nice. But today's Murli, Baba is asking just subtle checking, minute checking from within. Am I really that, full of contentment? What I came in the world, kept enjoying as a child, then teens, then got married, and lots of years of living. Then I got to know that I'm a soul, not this body I'd been living and playing the role. So when I come to know that I'm soul, that power, that beautiful entity, and on the top of that, ultimate support system, the God creator, Shiv Baba, Brahma, Bab Dada, they are my support system. So Atma Paramatma ka Milan, that's the highest level of contentment. So do I need more things to look upon for contentment? So I was just thinking, even I feel I'm not that contentment which Baba is asking from me. At times I'm worrying so much about my long hours sitting in yoga or my purusharth. I'm not content. I'm aspiring more and more, want more and more. But that's not also a very healthy sign. So Baba was just making me realize I need to be more satisfied, that ultimate contentment whom I've got, that sincerest gratitude, which I reflect, but not all the time. At times I feel, I need this more, I want to this study more. Baba says balance also. Like today's Murli said, self-transformation leads to word transformation. If 80% I'm enjoying uh, Baba's everything, Baba says 3 things you should be reminded always, like you are a godly student and you are situated in Param Dham, master knowledgeful, master blissful, and at the same time, while doing actions, you should be immersed in your mind and intellect that you are that royal deity who is walking with cheerfulness and who is having so much of benevolent spirits. So overall, I feel a need of satisfaction or contentment level is to be more and more. I need to develop at every thought, at every scene. I need to accept my drama, and the level of contentment should be 100%. So nice reminder by Baba, and lovely Murli read by instrument brother. Thanks a ton. Om Shanti.
Very truly said, Anshuban. Baba also says that be content with what you have. So rejoice in the way things are. So when you realize that there's nothing lacking, the whole world belongs to you. Om Shanti. Yes, Kalpesh Bhai, would you like to say something?
No, that's really true. I'm experiencing that in my local life also, and that I balancing. That's true. Said that the balancing you have to say make that's an enjoyable moment. It's a take a lot of time to explain.
Yes,
Okay.
Kalpesh, just rejoice with yourself and with others.
Yes, yes. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, Sanjay Bhai.
Today, Baba is explaining us how we can really change the world. Changing the world, that means we have to start from micro level, and then if the change is from micro level, definitely it will get translated into macro level. So Baba talks about self-transformation, and from self-translation, that will be world transformation. Baba talks about contentment, and Baba also talks about not prasnachit, you have to be prasannachit. And when you are really content, you become prasannachit. Then we have to understand what actually is contentment. It's just like Rasgulla. We have all eaten Rasgulla. Before it is inserted into sugar syrup, Rasgulla has no sweetness. We must have experienced that spongy Rasgulla. Before it is inserted into syrup, it has got no importance, it has got no sweetness. But when it is inserted in sugar syrup, similarly, when we souls get in connected with Baba, when we are in yoga yukt with Baba, what happens? It's just the same as the sugar syrup enters into all the pores of Rasgulla and makes it very, very sweet. Even a touch of finger to the sugar, to the Rasgulla, you experience that sugar syrup. Similarly, whosoever comes in contact with a content soul, a soul which is really content, what will happen? Mind will be powerful, words will be knowledgeful, and actions will be loveful. That means he will be elevated soul. So we can compare it, this contentment with a Rasgulla full of sugar syrup. So whosoever touches it feels that sugar in it. Touches it means मन से, अगर कोई thought से with thoughts or with talks about in words or in actions, really feel that sugar in it. Similarly, so Baba talks about that. Always be immersed, always be immersed, or always be submerged in that sugar syrup. Sometimes Baba in Murli tells that there are some children who just sees the sugar syrup and become satisfied. Some takes dip in some takes dip in that sugar syrup and then become satisfied, and some are really submerged as like Rasgulla, which is in the sugar syrup. So in that state, I think that is contentment, that what Baba talks about. Okay, Om Shanti. Thank you, everybody.
Sanjay Bhai, very beautifully put up with the example of Rasgullas. The pores that are there in the Rasgullas are the weakness of the souls, and when they absorb the sweetness, the Rasgulla become fully content to have it. Thank you very much. Yes, anybody else would like to share?
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Om
Om Shanti.
Yeah. I just would like to give few examples, like how we, how I adopted this contentment, which Baba keeps mentioning during this lockdown period. Now we are into, we are all Baba's children. So we completely, we can understand what, and he has made us aware about the word contentment, right? So when when in our family, like when I hear people picking up the phone and calling, "Hi, my God," and they keep talking to their friends, like, what nuisance is this lockdown period? हमारी तो ये हाल हो गई क्या ये है? But the same thing we Baba's children, we immediately put this, we replace those things like, like, oh Baba, we are so happy that we tend to pick up a phone and call to our friends and share some knowledge of Baba's words. In this way, I get contentment. And during this lockdown period has made us aware about so many things like, you must not waste food, you must not. So we tend to make little food, little food in a sense. If there is nothing left over, we'll drink a glass of water or drink of a glass of milk and be contented with ourselves, saying that at least Baba ne hame thoda itna to diya hai. The people around, they don't have even this much. So we tend to make, we tend not to waste anything. So this is how we try to do. I have tried to content myself. Use the word contented. Om Shanti.
Thank you, Sandhya for sharing. Yes, Papa says that contentment people don't always have the best of everything, but they make the best of everything. Okay, I shall now invite Shubhamashmai to take the meditation.
So let's take the homework for today of having Santushtata ka Anubhav in everything that we do, with our thoughts, with our words, with our actions. Anything that we do is a seva. And having that Santushtata for ourselves and in the experience of others. Let's take that up as a homework for today. Amiben, are you putting some music or should I continue?
Yes, I'll put it.
Okay. Take this moment to consciously breathe in deeply. And breathe in gratitude. Breathe in happiness, fulfillment, and contentment. As you do this, experience the beating of your heart. Experience it slow down. And experience your mind becoming blissfully calm. A loving and caring Father is providing us with everything. Experience having that complete attainment. All the learnings, all the understandings, and all the sanskars and practices Baba has given us. Which can allow us to live a life of wholeness and completeness. Baba has also made us a part of a selfless, pure Brahman family. We all are made wealthy with all khazanas and with a palna and a promise from Baba that he's always being hazir whenever we need him to provide us with everything. Then why any need of getting stuck in any vikari sanskars? Why the need of any questions? Happiness, fulfillment, contentment, attainment, peace, all of this is made available to us. It is us, it is we, it is me who has not made myself available to all of these. It is time now to make myself completely available and be in the experience of gratitude. Gratitude of the varsa that we have got. Gratitude of belonging to him. Gratitude of he belonging to me. Something that the world around is crying for, longing for. Me and my Baba. Nothing and no one else. My life is complete. Thank you, Baba. Thank you. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you, Himish Bhai, for the soulful and relaxing music, meditation commentary. Thank you, all of you, and see you tomorrow at the same time. Have a wonderful day.
Om Shanti.